Today I got to shoot with a client this morning, and looking like outdoors is not gonna happen. Sometimes you just gotta go with a plan B, like I always say. So we're gonna shoot today at a studio because it's pretty foggy outside today, and it's just not gonna look right trying to have the fog in the background. But one of the things that people need to understand when you first get a client, and this happens all the time, and you just got to know if that client is the perfect suit for you. Just because they call you up and want to work with you is good. It's really good. It really is good. But the problem is knowing if they looking for the type of photography that you kind of have a niche in, what you're good at, or what you specialize in. Because if they're calling you to do an event and you're not an event photographer, you're just taking on the job and somebody else can do the job better. So knowing when the client is a perfect suit for you, that's kind of one of my really things that I say. And it's no fault with the client, because the client is not experienced enough to understand when she's looking for a photographer. The first thing that clients tend to do is they kind of look for the photographer that's in their budget, which then becomes the problem. Not the photographer that's in the niche that he does and the price. They look for the budget, then they ask the photographer to do the job. So that becomes his own little problem within itself, and then they're unhappy and they're like, oh, we're not gonna go with no photographers no more. We'd rather just do it with our phones because that photographer sucked. They get a bad experience. So just knowing when the client is a suit for you. Like I have no problem. I get clients all the time just asking me to do events, asking me to do some kind of fairy tale type of stuff, that is requiring a lot of Photoshop and stuff. It's just not my niche. I'm pretty much a commercial fashion photographer, and that's my line. If you want me to do a wedding, I'm sorry. I will give you to the photographer that can best suit you. And maybe he's going to cost a lot more than I would have charged. But knowing that I want the client to have a greater experience than just taking money, So I'm going to head on down to my studio. So before I'm late with my client, I don't want to be late. So let's take this ride, y'all. Oh man, this coffee is good. I can't believe I almost left it in my car. Woo! Don't want to do that. I want to try to finish this off before my client come in. Sit this here. So when a client comes to you and they have this expectation, this quality of an image that they're looking for, and sometimes they don't understand that this image probably was edited by several people, a big production of something of that nature, where they had a big hair and makeup and wardrobe and all this stuff set up, and then you're charging them $200, but you're not giving them the same value of what they got for that, what they saw in that image that was a big production. So you gave the client's expectation up here for an image that you're only going to give them down here. So don't oversell the client, of an expectation, because then their expectation stays high and it doesn't match their budget. First thing you want to do is not do that. Get a client a bad experience. They get their images at the end. They ain't going to like them because their expectation of what they saw is what they want to have. So don't do that. Yeah, I got my mic. Gotta have my mic for that crispy audio. You know what I mean? I don't know where I got that crispy audio from. I think I was watching too much YouTube, and how to make sure that I got the proper stuff going on anyway. So let me get all this stuff out. Today I will be shooting with film. I would have been shooting with film. Believe it or not, y'all, I literally forgot the film for my film camera. That's just like leaving your SD card or your memory card at home. It's starting to be a rough morning, but I'm gonna bear through it, y'all. So I might as well just put my film stuff back and just keep pulling my digital stuff out. So first, let me set up my camera to vlog and keep it moving. All right, now I'm all good to go with my camera. I don't need my phone anymore, so time to put this away and finish vlogging, y'all. These are my lights from a black light shoot. Another project I'm kind of working on, well, actually shot. These lights are super bright. Let me show y'all. Plug them in here. These lights are bright, man, and amazing. So this is another project that I'm working on. And before you work with a client, practice with the project, right? You know, just do it a few times, make sure you got it good mastered before you tell a client that you can actually do the shoot. It makes a big difference. It really makes a big difference when your client is more comfortable, or you're more comfortable, you know, doing a shoot. And it always goes a long way when you know what you're doing in front of the client. I would be nervous if I was a client and my photographer was fumbling around and not knowing what he was doing. I've been in that situation. It's not fun, y'all. And it's a big headache at the end. Also, another thing that you kind of want to do, I know I was kind of far back there. I was doing listening. Another thing that you want to kind of do, kind of more of a pro tip, just a kind of a bonus for you, is that you always want the day before, send out a message, email, text, whatever the case, however you want to do it. You can phone, you know, call the client as well. You know, just let them know with excitement that you're super excited to be able to work with the client tomorrow. Ask them if they have any problems or anything like that to, you know, let you know, so that way you can reschedule the shoot. When you do this, one or two things that you do, you let the client know that you're super excited and expect them to be there tomorrow. The second thing you're doing is, if there is a problem going on, then the client ain't got to worry about how they're going to break it to you or how they're going to tell you. But you kind of let them know, if there's a problem, you know, let me know, we can reschedule. That makes the client more happier and understanding, and to know that, okay, I'm having a problem and maybe I might not want to. Maybe she's, you know, they're having a crisis and something is going on with the family. And you don't want that. You don't want the client to come the next day, you know, with something else on their mind other than the photo shoot itself. You want them excited. You want them there. You want them focused on the shoot. So it's kind of a pro tip, and one to kind of grow on. I've been doing this for years. Is always a great expectation, you know, and you make the client know that you're professional. It's good. Try it. I'm telling you, it works. Hey Google, turn off studio fan.
Sure. Turning off studio fan.
Hey Google, turn off studio lights.
Sure. Turning the studio lights off.